Oh, lovely. What's working here? What isn't? Anything working? Yeah, looks like the audio is. You. One second. Let me get the webcam going again. Come on, device. There we go, and it's back out zoomed out. I really wish OBS would fix this. Doesn't seem like it wants to stay ever. I'll go to 9 this time. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Happy to be back. 21st Century Jedi here with you. This has been a while since I've done a stream. So a little bit rusty now, but I'm looking forward to getting back into it. Right, exactly. It's no streams for a while. So for anyone that's wondering or trying to just get caught up here as to what's been going on, I'll do a little recap here as I go ahead and jump back into Pool of Radiance. Um, so I'm gonna have to view my characters here because I have no idea where I left off with everybody and what they are currently with. Um, so, oops, side 3. Gotta go ahead and do that now. Name. There we go. So, I decided that I would take some time off to myself so that I wouldn't have to worry as much about streaming, but also um, try to take care of my health a little bit better and try to focus on like just feeling better to the point where I feel comfortable like going into a stream knowing I'm not going to have any issues with my GI tract or anything like that. So the good news is I'm getting there. I'm actually a lot of the way on the road to recovery. I think I don't know if I'm out of the woods completely yet, but the good news is I'm feeling a lot better, which is good. I don't have as much heartburn or acid reflux, bile reflux, any of that stuff. It still comes around once in a while, but I've switched to a what they call a low FODMAP diet, FODMAP. You read an article today that Fallout 4 is getting a new DLC update this year. It said it'll be 30 to 40 gig and it'll take place in London, England. Hmm. Yeah, 30 to 40 gigs. My God, what kind of content that's going to be, man? That's going to be a lot. I still have to get the DLC for Cyberpunk, the Phantom Liberty one. I do want to get that one. I haven't gotten into the Fallout ones, unfortunately, but that sounds like a massive DLC. Anyway, I'm doing better health wise. The low FODMAP diet's basically to kind of help ensure that things stay normal. Once they get through my stomach. And it's just a matter of trying to eat the foods that are low FODMAP, and it basically cuts out just about all the dairy and the wheat products, the gluten type products. There's other differences, of course, too, and I have a list of foods that I can go by, mostly stuff that's corn based, oat based. What else? Meats are fine. Most meats are fine, I should say. There's some fruits. Most vegetables are okay. I just got to be careful as to what I try and what I don't try because for now, what I'm trying to do is, stick with low FODMAP and then gradually introduce foods back into my diet like wheat and dairy. Um, But for now, it's worked really well. Like I said, everything is working well. I'm also exercising a lot more, drinking a lot more water, and as a result, I've actually lost some weight, which is great, and that's kind of what I need to do to help myself fully recover. Um, so all good news, it seems like, on the health front right now. My eyes are getting a lot better. They're almost at 100% now, and you know, the like I said, the weight loss is the key now, and I'm continuing to work on that. I'm hoping that I can continue to keep making progress. I don't really have a set target in mind, but I know approximately where I want to be in terms of weight, and I'm just trying to work towards that. Just trying and honestly, the exercise I'm doing, just walking right now. I'm really not like going to the gym, pumping weights or anything like that. That might come in time, but for now, I just choose to walk. There's a track not far from me that's about a third of a mile long, and I usually can do about 2 miles on a given day, which is a good start. And I'm kind of slowly ramping myself up. Eventually, I might get to the point where I'll run instead of just walk the track, which will help even more, get some cardio and such. Um, so yeah, so, health wise, feeling good on that front. Still unemployed, but I am interviewing to different places. There are a couple I've interviewed for recently. I'm hopeful that one of them will give me an offer. If so, that would be awesome. That would really kind of make the trifecta go my way at this point, which is what I've been kind of looking for. Because the third part of this is I finally got to book a RV with Cruise America on a route that I was looking for, and I'm excited about it. I just got that tonight. Really awesome, and it's the way that they do it, because it's a relocation trip as opposed to like renting a new one or a decent RV. Um, this actually works out to be pretty inexpensive, as long as you're willing to put up with a couple different things. Um, so yeah, the trip is going to be good. It's going to be from Chicago to Orlando, and I'll be able to hopefully see at least one of my good friends out there, maybe two if I can. Um, and now I got to start the whole planning phase of it now. Like, how am I going to get out there to Chicago? How am I coming back from Orlando? What RV sites am I going to stay at, hopefully, and trying to plan all that out. Um, but I love it. I've decided that I love the idea of just driving long distances across the country. I like it. Um, I used to do, shorter distances of like up to 4 hours, sometimes longer than that, at one of my old jobs that required a lot of traveling. And I don't mind the drive so much, and I certainly don't mind it anymore now that my kids are grown. I'm kind of a little bit more willing to try and venture out and see the country as it is. So it's exciting for me. I'm going to do a solo trip out there and hopefully just have a good time, rest, relax, recuperate. Um, just really just try to unwind a little bit and kind of reset myself. And hopefully by the time I even head out there, hopefully I'll have a job in hand and I'll come back and be able to start work soon. So hoping all good things here. I didn't realize this until today, I think, but I think um, it is okay. So this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. Very interesting. So yeah, Mental Health Awareness Month for everybody. I hope that people who are watching this are taking good care of themselves physically as well as mentally. I know it can be tough. I've been through that even in these past few months, as I've chronicled here on the streams. Um, not having a job and stuff has been very stressful at times. Other times it hasn't been so bad. Um, but regardless, though, it can definitely wear on you if you if you're not careful. So um, taking time out to yourself just to kind of reset your brain and do the things that you need to do to feel good again mentally. It definitely goes a long way for the physical part and vice versa. So, as I mentioned before, now that I'm kind of working out my physical ailments, I'm feeling better mentally. I'm not as anxious, although I still have a touch of anxiety here and there when my stomach starts doing something I don't want it to. And I'll be honest with you, I really miss eating some of the foods I used to eat. Um, I definitely miss that. But my thought process is pretty different, I think. And I do want to say too that I'm losing weight now, but it's not easy for anybody to lose weight. And if you are trying, then I applaud you for it because it's tough. It really is tough to do. Um, because for me personally, it's all about the right motivation. Um, Up until this point, I really wasn't properly motivated to lose the weight. It wasn't until I met with my doctor and they said that, hey, if you want to stop feeling like this, if you want to fix, your liver and everything, you got to lose weight, get diet, good diet and good exercise. That was the light bulb moment for me where I said, okay, now it's serious. Now I got to do this. Because up until that point, um, and I mentioned this before, I felt like at times that I felt like I might have something seriously wrong with me and that I might be dying. Um, and it really changes your perspective on life, and how much time you think you have left and what are the things you want to do and all that. Um, so I want to stick around for a long, long time, and I want to be able to, watch my grandkids grow up and have families and stuff. So, um, when you're that motivated and you're like, hey, I don't want to die and I want to feel better, the motivation becomes very easy, and it becomes much easier, at least for me, to say to myself, okay, I don't want to eat this particular food because I know what it might do to me. Um, but that's just me, and it's just my own experience. That's not the same for everybody else. And that's the important thing, is that it's an individual journey that everybody has to kind of go through. um, so I can't speak to anyone and say, it's easy to do or anything like that. It's really all about like your individual situation. um, where am I going to go here? I think I need to go, whoops. Where did I leave off, I wonder? Nope. Where did I leave off, I wonder? Um, Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance. I didn't really have a chance to take a look at my last episode, so I have no idea where I'm supposed to be at right now. I did that. Podal Plaza was done. I'm pretty sure that was the last one. I don't recall if we cleared it or not. I think we did. I think the only thing that was left in Podal Plaza, I believe, was just clearing the random encounters, which I thought I did. Um, so we're going to try and go to the Cadorna Textile House. Where is that at? I need the map. Ah, okay, so it's to the south of Podal Plaza. Very good. So we're going to have to wind through the slums a little bit here and get through all that. Just bear with me here. Hey, Nokara, how you doing, man? Group is doing well. We are about to head into the slums, working our way to the Cadorna Textile House for the next chapter of the adventure. I'll have to check back into my previous stream on this to see if we actually cleared Podal Plaza or not. Not a big deal if we didn't. I can always go back and do it. I hope Doggo is doing well, Nolkara. It's great to hear that she seems to be recovering well. Nice, nice. Always love to hear the pets doing well. All right, so I got to get through the slums here. This is be pretty straightforward. I got to bash this thing in. Yeah, it's better to kind of err on the side of caution with them, because they don't know, you know, how to kind of rein themselves in sometimes. So, where do my maps go? I gotta find my map. I gotta make sure I do this right. Mendor's Library, Kudos Well, Slums. Here we go. I went through that one. Where am I at now? Right. Yep. Straight out this way, down this way. Go that way. So now we're going to Kudos. What's his face there? Side 8. Going to Not So Called Keep. Kudos Well. Let's get through that map. I haven't even checked to see how our spells are. Let me check that real quick once I get on the other side of this one. So I don't know if you caught it, Nilkara, but I did manage to book my RV trip. So that is going to happen. So now I got to go into the whole planning stuff and figure out how I'm going to get there and back. It's going to be a 7-night trip. So it should happen within the next week or so. I'll probably be heading out. I should be back in time for our next Pathfinder session in person. So, and honestly, that was one of the things I was trying to plan around, was to make sure that I was back in Connecticut for our next session. I really don't want to miss the campaign, you know. Yeah, me too. I'm hoping it'll be. I'm hoping to find some cool little like RV parks or natural parks that I can camp out at, like that have really cool scenic features. I may have said this before, but there have been on one of the trips that we took, my wife and I, it was cross country. We actually found a spot in Tennessee that was absolutely beautiful. Uh, yes, Utah is a beautiful place. We actually stayed there at, what was it called? Zion Ponderosa, I think it was called, near St. George, Utah. Um, Gorgeous out there. There's a nice little park out there. You can stay at. We actually did what's called glamping, which is kind of glorified camping. It was really, really cool because they have like different styles of it. Like in this Zion Ponderosa, I believe it's called, you could stay in a tent, which is a really big tent, not like a small one that we normally camp in. It's actually a pretty large, almost the size of a small house in a way. Uh, that was fun doing that in the tent there. That was a really luxurious way of camping. They also had cabins small cabins that you could do. Stand up, exactly. Stand up and don't have to hunch. They actually had covered wagons that you could camp out in, which I thought was amazing. I didn't get a chance to really look inside any of them, but they were decent size to the point where you could at least fit two people in there comfortably, and have the feeling of like camping out in a covered wagon. It's really neat. Um, it was also cool because assuming that the moon is just right, where it's a new moon and not like a full moon, you can actually see a lot of stars out there. You can see the Milky Way out there. I was actually tracking like satellites and stuff because you could actually see them going across the sky because there's not as much light pollution out there. That is on my to-do list, I think, for this year or next year is to try to get a telescope. I really want to start teaching my granddaughter the ways and using it and stuff. But yeah, we found a cool scenic place in Tennessee, which we camped. We put the RV. It had to be like no more than 50 feet away from this gorgeous, beautiful, huge lake. Um, we could, with the way we were sitting up a little bit elevated from it, we could actually see most of the lake. We were watching people going on their jet skis and cruising around on pontoon boats and stuff. It was pretty cool. Yeah, the light pollution is the thing, man. Up here in the Northeast, it's very difficult to find those spots where you can find those total dark areas. Some places in Connecticut exist. I've driven through them. There's a couple spots. You got to really look for them though. Maine has a lot of spots I've driven through that are pretty dark. Um, but yeah, they exist. It's just a matter of just getting out there far enough away from the cities and stuff, and being able to kind of plan for it. But that's something I would definitely love to do is like plan a trip where you could do some cool like sky watching and such. So all right, let's get back to our map and see where we got to go. We got to go. Well, we got to go basically straight across. It looks like. Gotta get around this thing. Oh, nope. So I really don't know if I'm making a mistake going in like this, but I hope that our party is prepared enough for consular implantat. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Oh, here we go with a promotion. No, thank you. I'm not interested. Thanks anyway. Oh, goodness. That's always fun. Yay, bots. All right. Kudos. Well, did that. Did that. Did I check spells? Yes, I did. Um, so we're good on spells. Where are we at now? Are we at the right spot? Oh, Podol Plaza we're at now. That's right. So I got to go through that. Now we got to go west and south. Oh, apparently we haven't cleared them out yet. Cool. Let's have a fight. Let's get some action going on here. Oh, we're going to combat you. We need XP. 24, that's it? Got nothing on us. Law of numbers. What exactly is the law of numbers, I wonder? People say that, but I don't know if they have a specific meaning to it. A lot of times I think it's just if you got a bunch of numbers, then something will happen. That's the law of numbers. Oh, goodness. We are in a terrible, terrible, ugh, terrible layout here. Come on, short bow. Yeah, that was fun. I don't know what you guys are talking about, man. I was having fun bashing skeletons and stuff in, man. It was great. I am absolutely loving playing this character. As much as I enjoyed playing the mages, I love playing this character as well. I think I'm going to continue to enjoy playing it as I can do more things with him. Law of large numbers. Small probability events will eventually happen given enough trials. Ranulf, hit that thing. Or miss, whatever. You know, do you, Ranulf. Why not? Here they come. So we're going to have to fight on all sides here. Switch to swords and shields. Tauros is going to have to step up, I think. We're probably going to have to use a hold person here, too. I don't think so. Well, sleep could work down here if it lines up right. I might use a sleep here if they move up and get in the right spots here, I could use a sleep spell. Let's get your items ready. Take off the longbow. Give me the broadsword and the shield. Sweep, yes, please. Kill bunches of them. Or not. I mean, you do you. Haha, get him, Tauros. Yeah, go get him. All right. 3 times. That's a good sweep there. This is an unscheduled fight, so I'm not trying to use spells if I can help it. I'm trying to save them for Cadorna, but we'll see. We shall see what happens. So what would a scary fight look like at this point? 24 goblins seems a bother to you at this moment. Yeah. Um, well, because they're goblins and they have low hit points and we've got the decent AC now, it does seem, you're right, it does seem like a bother. A scary fight, probably if there was like a half a dozen trolls, maybe. A half a dozen trolls possibly because they have about the same amount of hit points we do and they regenerate if you don't stand on top of them. So that one's a tricky fight, and they're also large in size. So if you don't hit often and hit them hard, they actually regenerate not only every turn, but they can also regenerate if you don't physically stand on top of their bodies. There's probably worse. Like I think there's a vampire in this somewhere. The ghouls or the wraiths are bad because they can drain levels. And in this game, getting levels back is kind of difficult. One of the things I am going to try and do on this trip, because I am going to try and visit one of my friends. Yeah, monster type, the numbers, yeah. I'll be honest, if it was like 100 goblins, I'd be like, okay, that's serious, you know, or 100 orcs or something. You know, you can kill a few of them, but it's just, again, a question of numbers. You know, are they going to overrun you? Um, on this trip, I'm going to visit, hopefully, Walt, who visits our channel from time to time. He might visit tonight. We'll see. Um, I'm actually going to go and hopefully try and teach him the basics of Pathfinder or D&D, depending on which one we can do. I might try and stick with Pathfinder because I know that one the best now. Um, I would love to be able to kind of go with a quick little one-off, one-shot adventure with him for just a couple hours and maybe go with a pre-made character or something, just to have some fun, have him get used to the idea of playing, how much fun it can be, and then just, see how he goes from there. I'll go with the hammer. Oh, I do have another thing I wanted to drop too on you guys that I found out last night about. I'm not much of a TV watcher, as you know, but I found out that make sure they don't use Roll20. Yeah, definitely not. Um, you guys have heard of the show called The Voice, right? I don't know if you pay attention to it at all or watch it. I found out that one of the finalists on that show, Brian Olson, he was actually a classmate of mine. So yeah, the one of the finalists, Brian Olson, he was in my graduating class at Fermi. Um, he the when you look at his bio, it's listed as Lincoln, Nebraska as his hometown, but sure enough, it's him. And I've got the yearbook pictures, and I've even got a clip of him, somewhere in my archives of him playing guitar. I never knew him personally. I don't have anything good or bad to say about him. Um, but yeah, I thought it was really cool that somebody I grew up with, wound up making it into this big national, huge program like that. Yeah, it's amazing. I was like, my friends were like chatting about it on Facebook. It's like, is that Brian? And they're like, yeah, 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 it is. And so they're all started rooting for him and stuff. It was pretty cool. Um, I think the other time that I can remember where somebody from my school was on national TV like that in a big setting, like national, like prime time audience. There was a gentleman who graduated a year before me, a good friend of mine. Um, he was actually on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which I thought again amazing. Just the people that can get to these things and to be on that stage, man. I think it's awesome. So I've always dreamed about like I know Walt can back me up on this. He and I have thought about like we take the Jeopardy tests every once in a while and see if we can make it on that show. Small small world or simulation. This is the Truman Show and we're all invited. Who's having trouble here? Oh, you know what? Do I want to use a sleep spell here or are we doing all right? I think we're doing okay here. I don't think we have much to worry about. We're taking these guys down rather quick. Let's pick this guy off. Yeah, we're doing all right. We don't need the sleep spell, I don't think. They might fail their morale check at any point and start running away, which is fine. Oh, good. He can move down this way. Sweep. Get him. Smack some guys around. So I might have to pick both of your brains actually on a type of one-shot adventure I might be able to try for Walt. Um, if you have any like ideas, again, I'm most familiar with Pathfinder 1E at this point, but if there's anything else like a D&D one or something like that, like a simple one shot that you can recommend for Walt and I to kind of run through, maybe a solo adventure, maybe a two-player adventure if his wife decides to do it as well, or I run an NPC. Just something small, one night, just to introduce him to it, I think would be pretty cool. He's always wanted to do it. It's just he's never found the opportunity really to do it, I think. Ah, there they go. They're going to start surrendering now. Perfect. We be goblins. Is that the one shot you're referring to? Because I think I have a friend who actually played that. Another friend of mine who graduated a year before me. I played D&D with him a lot in the back in the day, and he still plays with his family. His wife, cool. I'm gonna hit you up for those before I leave. Then um, his wife and him and his two boys, they play. I forget how this goes. If it's like they do it every so often, or if they just do it at Gen Con, but they actually play a family of goblins as their party, and they go off on their adventures, however they do it. Really, really cool stuff. I've wanted to go out to Gen Con to see what it's like. I was kind of hoping this would be the year that I could go to Gen Con, but for obvious reasons, there's no way I can do it this year. I think I would need to like plan enough in advance to book the hotel room and travel and all that stuff and have the money freely available to do that. It's on my bucket list really to do that before I can't do it anymore. Um, so I definitely want to do a Gen Con trip once at least. Um, NYCC is another one. New York Comic Con. I had a blast with you, Nolkara, last year. I would love to get Foxfire out there with us this year. And I had a crazy thought because I'm losing a little bit of weight now and to the point where I feel confident about myself again. Um, I actually think I might try to do some cosplay. Yeah, that was wild. Like I said, I had a blast, hanging out with you, dude, and I definitely want to do it again if I can. Yeah, that's right. You did Riddler, huh? I remember you saying that. Don't need any of this stuff. I think the simplest thing I could do would be some sort of a Jedi. It wouldn't be like a Qui-Gon necessarily, although my hair is kind of getting long enough for that. It'd probably be like a generic Jedi of some sort. I do have a Jedi costume that I could work with. If I can come up with something better, maybe I can do that. Pirate might be good. I'll have to see what I can come up with. But oh, jeez, I don't even have search on. They're coming up now. All right, that's cool. Hobgoblins, let's hit them. Oh, combat. Hit them at this range. Switch to bows and just hit them. 10? 10 hobgoblins. Waste my time. Okay, not planning until the back gets fixed. However, I would like to go back up to Origins again. I have never been to Origins. I'll have to see if that might be another one I need to check out. Um, where are these guys? They up here? Yeah, here they are. Okay. Why don't you guard? There is um, another thing I would like to do. I think I told you guys before. I used to play a game called Young Jedi. It was a collectible card game, and I had a lot of fun playing that. First of all, let's guard. Let them come to us. We still have people who play the game, and they even have like an unofficial world championship down in Virginia. Um, it's in October. I couldn't do it last year for whatever reasons I had there. Go here. Exit. Done. Let's guard. They should be coming straight down at us. move up to here, view the items. Let's take this off. I would love to get down there just to play some Young Jedi, or at least collect some of the cards and stuff. 5 days of gaming from first edition to current, and much more. Yeah, so definitely doing Origins. I'd love to do a Pathfinder event there. I'd love to do a Cyberpunk event. Man, that would be fun. Love to do that. They were looking for GMs to run Cyberpunk at Gen Con last year, or maybe even this year. And I was thinking about volunteering for that, but timing didn't work out right. So, where are you going? Yeah, that's the tricky thing, man, is to plan for it and stuff. And as Nokara and I were talking about it, yeah, is Sarath into Cyberpunk? Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out with him now. Good stuff. Go here, hit this guy. Yeah, I really had a lot of fun playing that. As far as Comic Con goes, Nokara and I were talking about it last year. I think he had, a place to stay nearby, or near enough, anyways, where he could commute in, which was handy enough. That's going to be a key thing, is trying to determine like lodging if you want to stay overnight or go for more than one night. Which to me that would be a cool thing if I could pull it off. Problem is like staying in the city is expensive. I mean, no matter how you slice it. And there they go. I thought there were more here. I'll just shoot this guy. Yeah, and depending on who's there for autographs and stuff like that, it would also dictate like what day we go and such. I did look to see who was going there this year. There was an initial list. Good voice actors are going to be there. I think Billy West is supposed to be there. I think John DiMaggio is supposed to be there. Katie Seagal is supposed to be. So if you're like a Futurama fan, you got a number of the voice actors from that show are going to be there. Yeah, not many so far, but I did see that. I think I saw Katie Seagal. Um, I know Billy West, John DiMaggio. Who were some of the other ones? I'd have to go back and look at the email. No, none of the big ones like Chris Evans or Ewan McGregor like last year yet, but there's still time, I think. I don't think. Why did I think Ryan Reynolds was in that list? I don't think he was on the list yet. Anything good here? Just long swords. Yeah. Exit. Moving on. Yeah, mid to late June. Yep. Yep. I know they were bothering me about like getting my fan verification done, and I overlooked the date for that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh wait, I gotta go south, don't I? Crap. The pit. All right, I'm right outside the pit. Let's see where that takes us. Oh, okay, so we're right there. Let's do this. Alt S. We'll take a quick snapshot of this thing. That way we don't get messed up. Okay, no intro or nothing. We're just going to go right in, I guess. So we are at E2. Random encounters, 1 in 31 or 1 in 6 if you're in search mode. So we're looking at hobgoblins again. Oh boy. Poisonous frogs, large scorpion, huge scorpion, ghouls, white, skeleton, zombie, white, again. And those are just random encounters, actually. Oof. Did I do this right? Hope I did. Huh. There's a special area in here too I'm looking at. It involves a thief. I believe I'm on that mission, aren't I? I'm just looking at some of the details on this thing. Random encounters. We have to defeat 10 of them. Defeat the ogre. There's apparently an ogre in here as well. There apparently is a thieves guild here. Where's that at? There's a guy named Skull Crusher here. Right, we're supposed to recover the treasure. Ah, okay, so there's an area where we can find a thief to help us sneak inside the house. Hey, Walt. Good to have you aboard, man. I'm just looking at some of the things I need to do here. I don't necessarily need to sneak in, I don't think. So we could probably fight those hobgoblins. So that's fine. So Walt, I'm going to talk with Foxfire and Nolkara this week, and I'm going to see if I can find a solo adventure that you and I can do while I'm visiting you. I'm going to get you into D&D one of these days, so plan on it. When I come visit, we'll spend an hour or two and we'll have some fun. Where have I got to go now? Well, all that stuff is down there, isn't it? 23 and 24. What is that stuff? Oh, 24 is the well. So that's where I could sneak in if I really wanted to. 23 is what? Yeah, let's go there first. Go through. We get to here. We can go through this door to the right. You can agree to tentatively plan on it. Jeez. Find a page from a diary and place it in your journal under entry 11. Tell you what, well, I'm going to be bringing all the tools and stuff that you need there. All you need is basically your imagination and a couple hours. uh, we'll talk later about it. Don't worry. It'll be fun. Journal entry 11. What is that? That is. I'll read this one here for y'all. Let's see. Oh boy, I got to zoom in on this a little bit. All right. So this says it is a. I got the wrong scroll bar. Come on. There we go. Ah. A mangled page of fine paper with entries written in a very fine hand. Quote, he is livid about the undead coming out of Valhingen graveyard. 3 times he has sent assault groups. 3 times none have returned. He dares not send any of the priests of Bane to clear the graveyard. He assumes that if a priest could wrest control of the undead from their current master, then the priest would then become a threat to his power. I suggested that if we could neutralize the power that leads the undead, that we could then use the undead as a tool. He thought on this and then ordered me to find out who or what is in control of Valhingen Graveyard. Preliminary investigation shows that the graveyard is controlled by a being of great power, perhaps a vampire or a demon. I shall expend a few scouts and low-level priests to find out more information. Wow. A little bit cold there, don't you think? All right, well, that one's done. Let's get back to the map. We're out here now. So going through. Oh, I guess we have an account. Oh boy. Some ghouls decide to add you to their menu. Oh, lovely. Yeah, ghouls are no fun if they hit you and drain you of stuff, so we gotta be careful here. It is warm up here, Walt. The temperature's gone up here in the Northeast, and it's still like pretty warm in my room here, even though I got the windows wide open and trying to get as much cold air in here as I can. What is that? We have a ghoul, ghoul, ghoul. A white. Oh, lovely. These guys are going to be fun. Yeah, nice and cool here. Complained the last few years about how much warmer it is up there now, especially in the spring, summer. Yeah, it's the Northeast is no joke when it comes to the summer. I mean, it definitely is cooler than say Arizona or Nevada, Nevada, I should say. But it's still muggy and it gets hot. It can hit triple digits sometimes. So uh, it's definitely no joke. You got to be careful up here because again, it's the humidity will also get you too. I don't know what to do with these guys other than just kind of smack them here. As a kid, I remember just having window ACs in for like 2 weeks in the summer, and that was it. The rest was just open windows and fans, and it was pleasant. That's kind of how we do it here. Last year we turned on the central air. We had it, serviced up and everything. It was wonderful. Um, so I we'll probably eventually get to that point again, where we do the central air. However, we try to avoid that unless it's like really, really hot. Um, oh, he's paralyzed. Oh dear. Oh dear. How long does the paralysis last? I wonder. We might have a problem here if we can't unparalyze that guy. Yeesh. Come on, we're missing. Let's hit this guy. We do have also a what they call a house fan in our house. Um, that is great for those days where it gets hot in the daytime. You kind of do like you were just talking about, Walt. You cover up your windows, don't let the sun in as much on the sunny side, and keep the windows closed so you keep the temperature down. And then eventually it will rise up during the day, but then at the evening when it's cooler, you open up all the windows and then just run that house fan, and it just sucks all the hot air out the top and brings in nothing but cool air. And you can actually feel it when you stand by the windows. It's really cool. I am wondering if we can unparalyze. Uh-oh. Ross got hit twice. 3 times. He didn't get paralyzed. Pool of Radiance is a D&D game, yes. I want to say it's like first or second edition of D&D, they call it. So with Dungeons and Dragons, they had the original version that came out in the 70s by Gary Gygax, and then the people who you maintain the game, I guess, or who arbitrate on the rules and things like that. Um, from time to time, they come out with different editions of those rules. So the first edition, you play by a certain set of rules. Second edition it'll introduce like maybe some slightly new mechanics, different ways of doing things. Third edition would be slightly different. There was actually a 3.5 edition, which I know Foxfire and Nokara really like. 3.5. Then there was fourth edition and fifth edition. And then, of course, to get even more complicated, there is Pathfinder, which is actually first edition and second edition, which is like D&D, but is actually a separate thing in all and of itself. Did the video game or board game, if it's considered a board game, come out first? So the pen and paper Dungeons and Dragons came out first. The video game was based off of the pen and paper game. It uses a lot of the rules. In fact, it actually says on the box for the video game, it says Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Pool of Radiance. So that gives you an idea of like the rule set that they are using for this. Wow, they keep hitting Tauros. I think I'm gonna do a heal on Tauros with Amelina. Keep missing. I got an AC of 6, guys. Come on. Guard, 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 guard. Tauros got hit again. It's like he's got no AC. Don't worry too much about the additions of Dungeons and Dragons, though. You know, when you play with somebody, they'll tell you what edition you're working on or what edition you're playing in. When you're playing a campaign, they never change editions. So it's like when you find what edition you're playing with, what rule set, that's what you're going to stick with. And it's up to you if you want to stay in that rule set forever, like and not play any other campaigns like on a different, rule set, uh, or whatever you choose. I would say the first edition is probably the simplest to learn. Um, I'm controlling all 6 of our characters here. There are other games that you can play online that allow individuals to control the individual characters. Most of the RPGs that are video games these days are tend to be single player, which means you control the whole party basically. He has not missed. Holy cow. Somebody hit that guy. I don't know how to get him out of being helpless. That worries me. What was I going to say now? I'll cast another one on him. He has not missed. Oh, that was the first time was he missed. Look at that. Hit him back. There we go. What was I going to say now? I know we have at least one player in our current Saturday night games that is still kind of new to Pathfinder. So we kind of help her along a little bit. She kind of gets the basics of it, but every now and then we kind of have to show her, hey, you got to look at these things on your chart here, and this will show you what to do. But for the longest time in the 80s, when all we had, like when if you were a D&D fan, right? Um, you really only had like playing D&D with your friends, and that usually maybe that'd be like once a week if you were lucky. Some really rabid groups would go out at 2 or 3, 4 times a week if they were very fortunate to do so. But most of the time it was like once a week you get to play with your friends like that, and only for a few hours, and then you got to wait all the next week or even 2 weeks. So having a game like this in video game form, even if it wasn't perfect, um, was still a great way to scratch that itch of playing D&D. That white is still hanging out there, huh? Aim at this last guy. I'm a little worried about trying to hit this white because I don't know what he can do to us. I'm afraid he might try to drain levels or something. I'm going to have you delay. Here we go. Oh, he missed. Good. 10 points of damage. Like it. Get you up here and just have you shoot. Hit this dude. Or miss him. Move. Can't go that way. You got to go this way. Go up here. Nice. I gotta look up paralysis on this. Paral 174 instances? You gotta be kidding me. Elves are also immune to the paralysis attack of ghouls. That explains why some of them weren't getting paralyzed. Characters must be conscious at the end of a battle to receive experience. Oof. Didn't know that. Any sleep or paralysis is automatically fixed before this, which doesn't necessarily happen even in other AD&D computer adaptations. Huh. Interesting. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen to our little paralyzed guy here. I think we'd say done, quit, quit. I don't think she has removed paralysis. No, she can't do anything about it anyway. She can paralyze people. So Walt, while I got you here, man, were you following The Voice this season on NBC? Are you familiar with that show at all, or the people who were on it? Take care, Foxfire. I hope you're feeling all right, man. Take care of yourself. You're familiar with it, but I have never watched it. Okay, so there was a finalist on the show named Brian Olson. Um, don't know if that name rings a bell to you or not. Let's see, I'm gonna do a snapshot of this thing while here. Let's see. So Brian, yes, we went to school with a Brian with that name, didn't we? Yes, and that is the very same person. Um, dig your yearbook out if you have it. Um, you can see it in his eyes and his face. It's definitely him. Um, yeah. Couple of our classmates on Facebook, they um, they uh, they found out. They're like, "Isn't that the same guy?" And they checked it out. And it's like, yeah, it's really him. And I didn't, like I said, I never knew him personally. Never seemed like a bad guy to me. So I don't have any real opinion on it either way. But the one memory I do have of him is from our senior variety show when we were seniors in high school. And I don't remember if he was in a lot of the acts or anything like that. I don't think he was, but I do remember like at the intermission, just before we went back to start the second half of the show, um, some of the cast members snuck him onto stage and they introduced him as Brian Olson playing the national anthem. And he sat on the edge of the stage and he did this like Jimi Hendrix esque rendition of the Star Spangled Banner on his guitar, which was just fantastic. And I actually have a clip of that in my archives of him doing that and playing it. It's just fantastic work by him. And that was my first ever real you know upfront noticing of him in high school. I never really crossed paths with him before that. Never really had any classes with him. Um, but yeah, I was blown away, and everybody in the audience was blown away by that. So it was really really cool to see, and happy for him to make it as far as he did, and to have the success he's had. So good for him. All right, back to the map again. I was going to go forward here, I think. So there's this, this. On the well is a note, thieves only. The well has no rungs or rope and seems very deep. Only a skillful climber could survive the descent. What do you do? So I did read. I'm going to read you what happens on this particular thing because it's funny. Um, any non-thief who attempts to climb down will fall, taking 15 die 6 damage. Equipping a ring of feather falling does not prevent damage, though it is supposed to. It's a fall of 150 feet. Um, a thief can successfully climb down with a standard climb walls roll to avoid falling. And then if we reach the bottom alive, you greet the thief Restal. Um, so I don't know how this is supposed to work. If we do have a thief in the party, so I don't know if we can just do one person doing it or if it's going to be all of us. So I just saved it. I'm okay with this. Let's take a shot and climb down and see what happens. Who will climb down? Okay, so this is what we would want to do. So we could do the thief, Faranduil, let him try it. Let's see. Press return button to continue. Now it's loading. An old thief stands here. Welcome to my guild. I am Restal. He bows low. You are seeking the textile house. We can get you in unseen and possibly help you with the treasure. Interested? Okay, so if we accept, we're moved to location 24A. We're blindfolded and taken on a long twisting walk, then up a ladder. It'll disable the combat at location 1, but you are otherwise on your own. Whereabouts is that? 24A? 611. 611. Oh, there it is. I see. Okay. Sure, we'll do it. A rope is tossed up and the rest of the party comes down. The old thief says, "Our rules require you to be blindfolded in our guild house, okay?" Sure. You are blindfolded and taken on a long, twisting walk, then up a ladder. Only meet us at the main well. Okay. So what this basically does is it allows us to circumvent a fight going against 8 hobgoblins and 1 hobgoblin. No, not that. 12 hobgoblins and 2 hobgoblin leaders. So that's not a big deal, you know, getting XP wise and stuff. That's fine. So we are now at that spot, 24A. Where do we want to go next? 2? Yeah, let's go for another fight. We're getting into more hobgoblins. That's to the north of us. Sure, why not? Let's do this just to be safe. Just because I don't feel like repeating stuff if I can help it. All right. This cavernous building serves as a barracks. You encounter hobgoblins. Let's fight them. There are games, Walt. I'm speaking to him specifically, but Nokara as well. There are games out there, video games that I know of, where you actually take the opposite role. Instead of playing as the heroic RPG party, you can play as either the monsters or somebody who is controlling the monsters in like a dungeon. I think one's called Dungeon Keeper, if I'm not mistaken. There was a game like that where you basically are running a dungeon, and it's your responsibility to put the monsters in the dungeon and to fight the heroes that come in to try and steal your treasure and stuff. A great flip on the whole classic RPG thing. You set up trap rooms and monster. Exactly, Nokar. Yeah. So um, it's a great twist on the whole, heroes marching in the bash on monsters thing. I love games like that where they kind of twist things around slightly and make it fun. Balance enticing heroes in with treasure, but killing them too. Oh, that's great. Where's Toros? Is he way over to the left there? Oh, I should use sleep. I should use sleep here. What am I thinking? Let's cast. How far can I make this reach? Here? Let's see what happens. Well, we got one. That's 2, 3. Good. Only 3? That stinks. Get the leader. Good. That takes care of one. I don't know if they can shoot bows and arrows, so I figured we'd at least do that. I don't want to waste spells here, so let's just go with what we got. I might use a hold person spell. Oh, there's a third leader. And he can shoot at an arrow. Look at that. How about that? All right. Hit the guy in front of you. Perfect. We're going to have to use hold person, I think. Let's do that. Guarding. Why not just come around and attack? Let's see. We want to mitigate this a bit. Oh, that one's sleeping already. Can we reach him? I don't know if we can reach all these guys or not. Let's see. I'd love to be able to reach the leaders. Hit this dude. Unaffected, paralyzed. So we got one of the 2 leaders, and then another one's unaffected. All right, well. We'll pick them off with the arrows. Yeah, I saw your message there, Walt. Yeah. I actually looked at our yearbook yesterday about this, and there's actually a picture of me on the opposite page picking up garbage or something like that. Oh, fun. Good times. All right. Bow and arrow guys have to start doing stuff here. And these sword swingers are not doing anything good here. Hit this guy. No, or miss him. I mean, whatever. Do you. I should have hit the leader. That's okay. At least the paralysis isn't permanent for the ghoul. That was a concern of mine that I had to go and actually do like a remove paralysis on the last fight, but we don't. It looks like the paralysis just wears off, which is great. That's what you want. Let's take him out quick. Wow, nobody's hitting anything. I imagine it's a lot of doing this, you know. Well, let's pick off the ones that are sleeping at least. Let's see. It's gonna be. Let's take you out. Pop that one. Nobody can hit anything. What else is going on anyways? I wonder, trying to think of some of the other things that have happened since the last time I streamed. Feels like our Saturday game. Feels like our friend when he rolls threes all the time. And Walt, that's another thing I'm kind of curious about with you, man. Like if we do manage to play a little D&D and when I visit, I'm curious to see how well you roll those dice. We have a friend in our Saturday game who prior to the last one, which actually he rolled pretty well in the last game, he was famous for rolling a 20-sided die and always rolling like a 1, 2, or a 3, especially when you needed him to hit the monster in question. He's like, all right, here we go. I'm ready. I got this stuff. I got set up. Ready. Here we go. 2. you know, like, all right, thanks there. Good job. Their AC is 5. We ought to be able to hit that well enough, man. You start doing wrist exercises now. Tell you what though, like there's no better feeling in D&D than when you roll that 20-sided die and it comes up 20. Ask No Cara, ask Foxfire, man. They'll tell you, man. When you're on the playing side and you roll for something and you roll that 20, it feels good. No matter even if it's something as simple as like a skill check or rolling for initiative. It's a good feeling. I know I was watching I think it was Critical Role, which is a video series on YouTube, I believe. And I saw the one episode where Vin Diesel actually sat in and played a session of D&D with the rest of the group, and it was fascinating to see like how well he took to it and how, I mean, he's actually played before, so he was a natural in playing it. But to see him get excited when he rolls a 20 and gets a critical hit, man, it was just his whole face lights up. He's just, like celebrating and stuff. It's quite wild. Um, yeah, it was pretty cool though. Only our archers are hitting anything right now. Everybody else with a sword or a club, they can't hit, apparently. This is crazy. Somebody hit something. Stop rolling ones. Taros is in trouble. We're going to have to help him out, I think. Come on. Oh, that's bad. Taros is about to go down, I think. He's taking a number of hits here. I think I'm going to use another hold person spell on him. Only 6 points. Come on, hit something at least. No, come on. We're going to have to use a hold person, I think. We need to get next to him to do a cure light wounds, and I can't afford to move right now. Um, he can't do the hold person, so I'm going to have him just shoot this guy and miss. Wow, terrible rolls. I'm going to have you cast one just because. Ugh, not good. Well, there goes one of them. Uh, try and move and hit somebody. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Our cleric is stepping up. Let's see what you can do. This may not work on all of them. Thanks, Nokara. I'll keep in touch with you, man. Like I said, I want to hit up you and Foxfire and see what kind of cool one-shot adventures I might be able to do with Walt here, hopefully. So I'll check in on you later, man. Take care of yourself. Have a great night. Hope Doggo gets better and better every day. All right, so we paralyzed that one, paralyzed that one, paralyzed that one. Great. So if we take the other guy out, Tauros will be okay. So that's going to be the trick now. And take him out too, because now he can hit Tauros. Try and hit this guy. Nope. Jeez Louise. Let's have them hit this guy. Good. He's gone. We have one more guy to take out near Tauros. But I think what I'm going to do is have him hit one of the sleeping ones. Just to get rid of him. Alright. Keep putting pressure on him. Ow! This longsword's hurt. Swing and a miss. Good, there goes that one. 3 left that we have to worry about. Try and hit some guys here. That's good. Oh, good. We're going to be able to finish this fight. Everybody stays up and healthy-ish. We'll have to heal them a bit. Oh. All right. That takes care of that encounter. Very good. Let's share the treasure and take what we need here. I can't see because my browser is not working. There we go. I think I need to do something with the browser here. There's no treasure here that's magical. So we can, let's give the arrows to Faranduil. He'll be the keeper of the arrows. We can split them out later. Leave the treasure. Do some cure lights here and see if we can maybe do one more encounter. Trying to see where I can rest. You may rest without being interrupted by monsters outside the hobgoblin controlled patrolled area. If you have defeated all 10 random encounters in the hobgoblin patrol area, you must defeat the ogre at location 21 to rest safely. Otherwise, rest has a 6% chance of being disturbed every hour by a random encounter. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna have a trouble here. A little trouble. I think what we'll do is I only want to go for another half hour or so. So I'm gonna use my cure light. think at this point we're going to just use up all the spells on the next fight and then get out. We can retreat back to Podal Plaza or Kudo's Well at the very least. Camp out there and rest up, and that could be a great stopping point for tonight. So let's see. Definitely rest or heal up Tauros. Oh, 3 hit points of healing. That's terrible. Come on. Keep going. He's my tank, him and Amelina, so that's all the healing I can do. Didn't get us much. 3 heal spells, and I got, I think, 10 hit points worth of damage back. That's not good. Oh, well. Alt-S. Save this again. All right, let's get moving again. Where to go next? We are there. We're in the patrol area. We can go to 13 and 12. I'll save that one. I want to get Skull Crusher, actually. I think I might want to get him. Where is Skull Crusher? Area 17. Can we get to there? Yeah, we could. Well, maybe. We have to go through some stuff first. Gotta go through some things. More hobgoblins, it looks like. Well, we can try it. Let's see. Going this way. Nope. Gonna have a random encounter. They charge screaming. Oh, great. Just what I wanted to do tonight. Fight more hobgoblins. Let's see how many there are. So according to this, they ought to be this way. Oh, there aren't too many at all. Goodness. Let them charge screaming. I think I'm going to switch to the bow. Take off that, take off that. Let's go with the longbow. Ready some arrows. And let's go to town with it. Hit their leader. Because he can shoot arrows. Nice. If we can follow that up, that'd be even better. You need to move. You guard. You're going to be my tank. And let's have you aim. See if you can finish that leader off, if you can reach him. Nice. Wow, we're picking these guys off fast. Very good. Where are they going? Like they want to flank us or something? What's the deal? So I am playing a Captain America type character in the Pathfinder campaign that we're doing on Saturday nights now. We did start a new campaign a few weeks back, and it's been a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Um, he's basically he basically a guy who carries around a shield just like Captain America and just hits him with it. He's gonna have abilities. I'm basically keeping him true to the character of Captain America. So um, that's how I'm playing him, and it's fun. I like the idea of just being able to go in there. I don't have to really do a lot of magic. Don't need to do any knowledge skill checking or anything like that. I just go in and act like Captain America would. Um, so when it comes to fight time, or I need to get out there in front and do the damage and stuff. All right, well, I'll keep in touch with you soon, man. I'll keep you posted on how the trip's shaping up to be and what day I'm looking at specifically. Have yourself a great night. I'll talk to you soon, man. What is this person gonna do? You just go ahead and guard here. I'm gonna probably log off of this thing in a few minutes, anyways. Maybe, well, I might just get through this battle and then try and get out of this area. Although now I wonder if I'm gonna be able to get in. Well, it doesn't matter. I was thinking I snuck into this area, so I wonder if I try to leave the area, what's going to happen. But I'm not going to worry about it. They'll attack him. Just try and hit this guy. There we go. Bah. Can't hit all the time, I suppose, but let's see. You're going to hit somebody here. Come on, dude. Don't worry about these two. Get these guys down here near the cleric. There you go. Good job. Where are they going? Oh, they're going to try and sneak around me? Oh, that's cool. Nice. Cleric kicking butt. One miss. How about this one? Another miss. This game is strange, man. If you're holding a sword or a melee weapon of any kind, you miss much more often than if you're shooting a bow and arrow. It just seems that way. Now they proved me wrong. Good job. Go ahead and take a step back. Hit this dude. Can't do that in a real D&D game. Moving and shooting is one thing, but shooting, moving, and then shooting in a real D&D game, it's hard to get that type of movement to happen. All right, got through that without using any spells. Okay, so now share the treasure. There's probably nothing here. Oh, let's take some more arrows. Always good to stock up on arrows, because they are interchangeable across all weapons, apparently. Leave the rest of the crap behind. Well, I think I can keep going on here. Let's see how far I can go into this. I'll save it, and then we'll try and march into the Hobgoblin area and maybe get Skull Crusher. All right, save that. Now, we're facing west. Where are we? That's north? Oh, that's the barracks wall. That's right. So we gotta go this way, and then south, south, south. This way. I think this is the door I want right here. Oh, let's pick lock. I have never gotten a pick lock to work in this game. Never. I have a third level thief here, and he can't pick the lock on a door. Unbelievable. Let's bash it down again. Graffiti covers the walls in meaningless abandon. And now we're going to have more hobgoblins to fight. I'm expecting it to be a bunch of them. Should be 12 hobgoblins, 2 hobgoblin leaders. We'll combat them. Let's do this. That's strange. Gun Zombies 42. Thanks for the follow, my friend. Hope you're having a good evening here. This is my first stream back in a long time. Happy to be back. Happy to be doing this again. I love the name, man. Guns Zombies. Oh, let's see. Wow. Oh, we're definitely using hold person here. Let's make things easy on ourselves. Let's see, you. I want you to focus on this guy. Emily is going to freeze the 3 in front of her. The others are going to be blocked off. Farandwill, he's going to aim at the leaders. Good. Hit that guy. And hit this dude. Hit this dudette. Get him. Ugh. 2, 3. Oh, okay, got 1 paralyzed. Great. Well, 1 is better than none, I suppose. Oh, you have to change your gear, don't you? Great. All right, no problem. Change that, change that, change that. Done. Done. Hit something. Nice! 1-shot kill. Tell you, it's always... I hope this never goes old for me, is when somebody, while I'm streaming, decides to follow my channel. It's, like I said, I've always said it's a very touching thing for me, and I always treasure it. It's always exciting to hear that little sound come up, though, and like, and someone, comes in and gives me a follow. They're always well appreciated. And like I said, it's exciting feeling for me. It means that whatever I'm doing something right. So thank you for everybody who do give me a follow. Like I said, I don't try to do this for money, at least not yet. Um, I enjoy this. I enjoy playing these old games and having people talk about them and stuff. Um, Being a safe space for people for mental health. There's another reason why I do this. So if I'm doing that and people enjoy it and they're following me for it, then I must be doing something okay. So, ow! We don't have any more heal spells left. That's a problem. I think I'm gonna have my other cleric cast hold person. Mm-mm-mm. Let's take that leader down, please. There you go. She's going to have to tank. I should have done hold person again. That's okay. It worked so well last time. Swing and a miss, swing and a miss, swing and a miss. Where to go with this one, huh? Let's hit the back row. Or miss. Yeah, I'm going to cast it. Why not? Oh, you only got one left. No, let's try to attack. Come on. We still have one frozen at least. All right, there you go, cleric. Kick some butt. Let's take out our dude here so we don't lose that. Take that out. You take this guy out. There you go. Now we're hitting. Keep aiming for the back row. Good work. All right. They may surrender now. Nope, they're going to stick with it. Okay, cool. Keep swinging and missing. Who cares? There's only 6 of them left now. Oh boy, Evandal's only got 4 hit points. That's a bad thing. But you're swinging with force. So we got to keep these guys off of him if we can. There goes one. Hit this guy. Nice. That party member should be safe. You've got 13 hit points. Go get him. Or not. Ah, there they go. Okay. Surrender. All right, you're just going to guard. You just guard there. I don't want you getting into a fight. He's going to surrender anyways. Okay. So that fight's done. We can at least go on to Skull Crusher, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, we can't. We can't do this. We need the key from the combat with Grishnak at location 18. I have no idea what Grishnak is. We are not... we're not in a good shape to fight the boss there. Nothing to take except the arrows, right? Yeah, take those. All right, so we're going to try and get out of here, I guess, and camp.
We definitely need to heal up. So we got to try and find our way out of this without too much trouble. Quickest way is just to go straight north, I think. 23. What is 23? Yeah, if we just boogie on north, we should be okay. What? We don't want to go north. Wait, what? Didn't we just come in from that way? How is it locked? How did they lock it on us? That's crazy. All right. I gotta save this again, otherwise we might lose our progress here. So let's save it. I'm gonna try and get out of here, and I probably will call it a night at that point. This door is locked. Forget it. I can walk around it. Where are we at now? 6-2? Go. I gotta get through Podal Plaza. I don't trust Podal Plaza yet, because I don't think we've cleared it. And if we have, I wouldn't know. There's no way I can tell. So what I'm going to try and do is get all the way over to Kudo's Well, because I know I've cleared Kudo's Well. We can camp probably anywhere at Kudo's Well. I don't think there's any random encounters we have to worry about there. We could always go down the well, too, just to be on the safe side. Because the guide says that you can go down the well and after we've cleared it, and that's a guaranteed safe spot. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Ah, gotta fight them. 17 orcs. All right, so we're going to have to go a 3-on-3 layered attack with these guys. We'll move Evandal to the back, and he'll just shoot his bow and arrow. The first 3 are going to have to tank, 2 of them being damaged. It's not great, but it's going to have to work. Good thing I saved. Um, there goes 1. Hit as many as you can. They're down to 16 orcs. All we have to do now is force them to flee. Can you hit from here? Or do you have to move, I wonder? I think you can hit from here. Good. So they're down to 15. I think if we can turn the tide, they might start running soon. I'm just trying to set up a guard position so they can protect the archers. Because this really isn't a fight I want to get into. Alright, so I'm going to have you move out a step and just guard. Try and take up that area of opportunity. These guys are scattering everywhere. No real purpose to their movements. No real strategy or combat tactics. just run up and try to attack. All right, Ranulf needs to tank. So you're going to move up there. Let's have him lure those in there. Good. And you guard as well. Let them all come in and hit those fighters. Good. Let the archers go at it. I knew there was a reason why I didn't trust Podal Plaza. For some reason or another, we still haven't cleared it. I feel like we've done all the encounters, though. I don't know where they're coming from at this point, but whatever. First, we're going to switch you. Put the longbow on. I want you to hit a bunch of these guys. Or not. Move up, step to there. Oops. I want you to aim. Hit this guy. Come on. You're supposed to be good archers. Good, that's another one gone. Ow! I think she's got a lot of hit points still. Nice. Stay where you are. Guard. You're the cog right now that keeps things going. That's what I want. Keep them from getting past you so the archers can continue to shoot at least. Amelina's going to need some help. Alright. Something's better than nothing. There they go. Now they're surrendering. Good. Save again and try and get the heck out of here. You may safely rest in the hidden temple of Ilmater, or if you have cleared the block. You know what? I might try the temple then, if it's nearer. Where's that at? Temple, temple, temple. 5, 13, 8. Oh, it's on the way out. I can try. Oh, come on. Why do they keep attacking? Oh, didn't even save it. This is bad. Gonna have to use spells for this one, I think. I mean, 25 orcs normally wouldn't be a big deal, but I've got one party member who's on 4 hit points. I cannot afford to have him get even swung at, let alone hit. And all it takes is a couple lucky hits for the AI, and all of a sudden I got problems with my party here. So, um, move you up there. Aim. It's the same fight as last time, only now we got more numbers. So I'm just gonna go after him. There's basically 42 orcs that we're facing. 17 in the first battle, 25 in this one. Now 24. Let's have you aim just from here. I'm going to keep you guys tight together. I knew you were going to go ahead of the Ranulf. I knew it. Didn't want you to. I want to put you in between Hatherall and Farandwil. Be an archer lineup back there. That's going to be a problem. Tauros is going to have to move into that, I think. Ranulf, move. You've got the movement. I'm trying to think of where I want to place everybody. You're going to move up. You're going to move up. I think I want you there. Just guard. If I can get Amelina into that spot that's 2 down from him, we'll have at least a good chance of blocking everybody coming our way. You know what? Just guard. I don't want you moving into fights here. I want to get them closer and then try to hold persons, I think. We'll use a couple, I think, on this battle. Oh, I should have moved you up. Take a chance. All right, that's fine. Take a shot at. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Cast. You got 4 of them. Use them. Good job, Ranulf. I want you manually target this guy, manually target this guy, So that way, Tauros theoretically could move up. And then for the good measure, take this guy. Oh, I shouldn't have done the ones that were hit. That's okay. He was unaffected anyways. But that gives us a good stagger formation we can work with. If I can get them all set up right. I don't want to do another fight though, man. I want to end this thing. He's going around him? I'm gonna have to fix that too. Don't like that one bit. Ugh, definitely don't like that. The good thing is we only have to force him to surrender. We don't have to kill every single one of them. He's been hit, so I don't think he can. Well, he can cast. He can cast, and he has one left. Do it. Hit this dude. Good. And keep helping out Ranulf. I got a feeling he's going to need it. You cast one as well. Cast it on a 3 in front of you. Actually, yeah. You. Then manual. Hit this guy. I got 1. 2. 2 out of 3. Okay. You move up. We could kill here, which we will. We'll do that. Do that. And then they can move up anyways. He's sleeping. Get this guy. This guy. And for good measure, go after that guy. Got 1, 2. All right, 2 out of 3. Now our archers have some sleeping ones they can shoot at. Still seems like there's more than 25 here. I don't know why. A lot of them are sitting at 1 hit point, which is good. We're gonna have to pick them off. Oh, jeez. Come on, guys. You gotta help me here. Sleeping, sleeping. Hit this guy first. Good, he's gone. Hit that guy. Oh, come on. It's right in front of you. A lot of numbers here still. Oh, there's a sleep formation right there if I've ever seen one. I might use sleep here, just to be thorough. They're getting around too. Not good. Got a good opportunity here. Do it. Let's do it. Let's find out how many we can put out. We never seem to get all 9 anyway, so might as well do it while a couple of them are sleeping or at 1 hit point. See, he's out, he's out, he's out. Or no, he's not out. He's out, he's out. It's really just front row. I think here's the best bet. Let's do that one. Then we'll just have the archers start picking them off until they surrender. That's 6 of them. That's what we needed. 7, 8. All 9. Wow. That's rare. We never get all 9. All right, start picking them off one at a time now. This may seem like a little of overkill, but I really don't want to mess around when it comes to, you know, underplaying my hand, I guess, as opposed to overplaying it. I'd much rather use the spells and be safe, knowing I'm close to a rest spot, than, having a problem with it. That guy snuck in, though. I'm going to try and pick him off. 2. Followed up with 2. Good, he's gone. That means Evandal can shoot his arrows. There he goes. All right, good. They're going to start surrendering. We just got to pick off the sleepers, and we're out of the battle. Everybody stays alive. Don't want to hit these guys. I want to hit these sleepers. Clean them up. Gone. Move there. Pick that one off. Surrenders. Surrenders. Next round. Aim. What? Oh. Are you out of arrows? You are. Okay, fine. Just guard or quit. What? What? For goodness sakes. Can we join those arrows? Nope, guess not. So we're gonna just do this. The other one didn't even have arrows, so I knew he was out. This one though, he's been taking all the arrows, so he should be fine. Pick him off. Move him into there, kill something. Sure, take the honors. Okay, back to the map. We're close. I just got to get to the healing spot. But I can't get past these random battles. Worst part is we're not even searching for the battles. Wow, we're almost down to 3 hit points. Jeez. Let's see if we can save at least. Try and make our way out of this. I don't understand though. I could swear we've done more than 10 random battles here to clear the block. But whatever. Let's just save it here. It'd be cool if that was the fight that cleared it, but we have no way of knowing yet until we go back to the council. So we were at 7-Eleven. So we gotta go east and then up. Right here, small shrine. Go in here. We cleared this already. So we should be able to set up camp here. Okay, I'm not even going to do the magic and the memorization of spells and stuff. I may try and do that offline for next Wednesday, assuming I do stream for next Wednesday. I won't waste the stream time on trying to heal the party up. I believe we're in a good safe spot according to the guide. So we'll rest up, get the spells ready, and then we'll charge back into Cadorna's textile mill there. So that's going to do it for me tonight. As far as streaming schedule goes, today is Wednesday. My normal schedule would be Wednesday, Thursday Night Thunder. Could happen tomorrow night with World of Warships. I might try and do that. Depends on if I have the time to do it or not. If uh, if I can do World of Warships tomorrow night, I will do that. If not, then the next stream I would do would be Sunday. I will try to get back to at least 1 week here of regular streaming before I go on my trip. So we're looking at possibly World of Warships on Thursday, possibly what were we working on? Privateer, Righteous Fire, probably on Sunday. Monday, if I get to do it, I will try to either World of Warships or I'll try and go back to Covert Action because I do want to get back to that game. And then next Wednesday, I might have one last session of Pool of Radiance, and then I'll be in trip area at that point. So who knows if I'll be around for it. So that's the schedule. That's going to do it for me tonight. 21st Century Jedi reminding you take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Fins up, bubbles up, and have yourselves a good rest of the week. Hopefully, it'll be positive and fun filled for you. I'm hoping positive and fun filled things for me this week as well. Take care, everybody. Have a good night, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow night. Bye.